Hey, what's going on and good morning. This is Al, aka Fishing with Big Al, and welcome to my channel. This video that I'm doing right here, man, it's pretty lengthy. It's I think I'm saying the word right, lengthy. This one right here has some working up to it moments. This is not just cut straight to the fish in action. This is actually starting out how the day started. For the most part, not everything. If I did that, you're talking about 8 hours, because that's how long I was out there fishing today. But no, it's got the key moments, key elements, things that was taking place, and I just let it run. And then instead of editing a lot of stuff out, I just let it go because it actually shows what the day is like. Started off slow, started over at the South Jetty on this past Tuesday, the 26th of September, I believe it was. And the water was perfect. It was fall feeling just like it was supposed to be. Winds were light. The water was blue, had that lay down effect with it had some movement to it, but it was just perfect for fishing conditions. But nothing was happening over at the South Jetty. They were catching a few reds early that morning at the end, and I stopped in the middle because I was trying to target Pompano. That's what I went over there for, because the water looked that good. And I figured, hey, instead of hitting them in the surf, let's just go up on the wall, walk down far enough to get into a good cast lane, and then maybe I can hit them that way. Nothing happened, just hitting hard heads. So decided to wrap it up and say, you know what, the surf looks so good. That's me. I love surf fishing. So let's go down here and let's try to target some trout. That was my main purpose. I figured I can go down there and find some mullet, and then maybe I can get into some trout. It didn't go as planned. What it turned out to be was red drum. So there were red drum, and then there was also a trout that was caught, but I think I missed about 2 or 3. Because the way they were hidden, I was using mullet, but they was not small enough as far as what you consider finger mullet. These were a little bigger, and I'm thinking that probably has some small trout that was hitting it, because I did hit a small trout as well that was undersized right at 14 inches. So picture that, being out there in the surf. There are sharks swimming around, all kinds of stuff. And not to say that that small trout would get damaged by something out there, but just picture what's around out there. And out in all that water, I hit that small trout. But I did get a nice one too. So without further ado, let's just get to the video. Like I said, it has some time on it. It's working its way up to what was taking place at the surf, but it starts over at the jetty and then it moves on over to the surf. So anyway, y'all know how we do it, man. It's fish on, baby. And whatever lane you ride in, like I always say, if it ain't bothering nobody, enjoy that lane, because you only got one life to live. If you're doing it the right way, what we talking about here? So enjoy your life, man. We only got one to live. Fish on, baby. Let's get to the video. So what's up and what's going on, everybody? This is Al, aka Fishing with Big Al, and welcome to my channel. I said this morning, up again here over at Packery, playing it as the weather permits over here at the jetty this morning, and gonna see if I can run into some mullet, see if I can find some pompano. The water, as you can see from my GoPro image, you can see that it looks great. I think tide is going out, so I'm gonna walk out on the rocks and just get out in front and see if I can still catch some pompano that may be lingering around. I got some fish bites, get some mullet, see if I can run into some flounder if that's meant to happen, and just see what it's like, man. Weather conditions are great. Wind is light, it's blowing, but it's light. But it feels good out here. So you can tell fall is moving itself in, and hopefully, man, this heat starts going away. We get out this South Texas heat right now. But anyway, let's go ahead and get it started, man. Fish on, baby. Let's do it. And once again, this morning, man, if y'all not up on this, anybody that's starting out fishing and you saying, hey, I like fishing, but man, we got to carry a lot of gear down on the wall. Get you one of these carts, man. You can get these up at Roy's. That's the best option I can give as far as being able to get them. They're kind of pricey, but they pay themselves in the end. It saves a lot of stress, a lot of wear and tear on you having to walk back and forth. You can just do everything in one swoop. And then bring it all down at one time. So this is aluminum. I've had it for years, man. The only thing I had to change out was the wheels on it so far. So other than that, I'm gonna start off real simple with just my big boys. I brought my 12-footers with me, and I'm gonna be using, as you can see right now, I already got them set up. They got the fish bites on them, which is gonna be the sand flea, the orange and white. Also using 6-ounce pyramids with the single swivel clamps for number 3s, which are good enough for anything that hits on it. It could be the Pompano, red, blues, anything that wants to grab on hold of it. These 3s are strong enough to get them in. Using also my P.I.N.s, my go-to reels. I've been using P.I.N.s for years, and these are what I always use, man. And these are my big boy, ugly stick, big water rods. So these are actually what I'm going to be using. I've been using these for years as well when it comes to surf casting. I always love the ugly sticks, the big water. Haven't had any problems with my tips. You know, just no problems at all. So I trust it. I've been using it for years anyway. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to it, man. I'm about to hit this cart up and then roll on down, find me a spot. It's not too much traffic, and then see what's going on. All right, so I arrived where I wanted to get to. As you can look, all I want to do is get right in front of these breakers right here. Try to cast out about right in this area right here. Because whenever I come out here and I catch my pompano, I usually walk out, and this is about my distance that I'm usually hitting. Of course, I'm further down the beach when I do it, but this is about the right setup, about the right area where I usually get them at, right in front of the break. So my cast here, I got them, like I said, I'm using 6s with the fish bites, see what's going to happen with them, and then hopefully there's some nice pompano hanging out in here. So if it is, then we're good. Let's get it, man. Fish on. Gonna get this first cast ready to go. And hopefully this water's not having a lot of movement to it. I am using 6s, so hopefully they can stay put. And I don't have to worry about traveling too far to the left and travel over somebody else's line. If so, I'll shorten up my cast. Right now, look like it's holding pretty good. All right, so I couldn't find any mullet, and not really sure if I'm missing it anyway. Like I said, mullet can grab mainly a lot of reds, things like that. But as far as like fish bites can grab reds, pompano, black drum, some of everything grabs it. So I'm not really sure if I'm even missing, not getting any. I only wanted some mullet because I was gonna see if I can give me a flounder over here against the wall this morning, because the water really looks good. I bet it's a big flounder sitting down there waiting on not on my line, but I'm sure he's down there waiting on something to grab. So I'm sure there's one down there. So I'm using these tsunamis this morning, and I'm just gonna toss these for a little while I'm waiting on either the pompano to wake up, move in and start striking, or whatever hits it. I got my drag loose just in case for that reason, because that, like I said, last year I ran into this brand, which is the sand flea for the fish bites. And man, when I say everything hit those, I've had it where my rod bent over almost like double off that brand. Not sure what it was that would hit it, because the time when it did do it, it got me off guard. I wasn't thinking it was gonna get that kind of action. I remember something grabbed it, and ever since then I make sure I leave my drag loose, so I don't run into that problem again. Drag was already loose, but it wasn't loose enough, because he damn sure propped it. So we standing by, see what's gonna happen. Nice day, like I say. All right, y'all, good luck. So, got my tsunami, again, tandem rig. Just gonna throw it for a little while, see if anything hits it. If it does, we'll get the footage. Fish on, baby. Yep. Can't get past these guys. They love this fish bite. So far, it's a beautiful, such a beautiful day that there's no action. I'm seeing mullet come through, but nothing of any size. They're all big. So once that cold front really comes through, maybe the small ones will start finding their way here. But right now, it's been like that every time I come up here. You usually just see nothing but big ones. So standing by. But when the time changes, start getting into some other fish. I want a flounder though. Wouldn't mind hitting a flounder. All right, y'all. So what's happening is nothing's happening. There's really no mullet around. It's kind of dead. Beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But I'm gonna do what I love doing. I'm gonna head down to the surf, man. I'm get back into my old ways when I used to do it, when I used to just go somewhere different. I'm older now, so now sometimes when I'm fishing, wherever I'm at, that's where I stay. But this one, it's such a beautiful day, man. There's no way. It's not hot. The weather feels nice. It's not windy. And this tide doesn't look like it's going down anytime soon. So I'm gonna go and hit the surf, head down that way, if you can see my hand. But I'm gonna head all the way down and get on the other side of them piers and start working them walkers down there and ride the beach and see if I can run across something exploding in the water and see what we can do. All right, so let's do this, man. Fish on. All right, so for all it's worth, it's still a beautiful day. It's just after 10, and I haven't been able to really get out because this weather's just been so hot, man. I just can't stand heat. I like it warm. That's a no-brainer, but I just don't like it when it's just so hot that it's just unbearable, and that's what it's been like. It's been unbearable heat. So down here now, I made my way down to P.I.N.s, and I talked to a couple, and we came down here Sunday, and there was a bunch of ladyfish being caught, so it seemed like that's the same deal that's taking place now. So I got my fish bites. I'm gonna try to see if I can find me some mullet and cast net on those. But look at that, mullet all out there in the waves. I can see them in the waves now. I don't know how far I gotta go out and walk in order to get past some of this burn and this in between these areas right here, these spots, and cast out to get past that to get my fish bite out, and hopefully may run into some mullet. I mean, not mullet, but run into some pompano or something and see what's happening. So anyway, the only way it's gonna happen is to get started, right? So let's get it, man. Fish on. All right, while we're waiting to see if anything gonna hit those fish bite, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my lures for a bit, see if it might be anything playing around out here in this water. Hopefully a big trout, man. Hopefully a big trout. This is the spook that I'm throwing out this morning. I'm throwing out right now. I hit a trout on this last year for the first. Oh, there we go. There we go. Something hitting that one. Oh, he's still there too. Hope it's a good one. I hope it's a good one. I hope he stayed on. I felt him bump it a couple of more times. Got my mullet out there too. It's coming straight in, whatever it is, so it's not a
Pompano, that's for sure. Pompano's coming in sideways. The croaker, whiting. I'm gonna throw him back for right now because there's just so much mullet out here. So I don't want to use him for bait. There's plenty of mullet, so I don't need to kill him. But damn, they tore it up. Clean that one. All right, so we throw him back. I can net me some mullet, I'm not gonna kill him. Probably just another little bitty boy. Feel like a little baby. Gone. Big dog bent over, but I don't know if he's still there or not. Yeah, it's still there, whatever it is, but like I said, there's no real action to it, so whatever it is, nothing major. Here we got. Might have to use something for cut bait if this is cut bait fish. If he's still on there. Like I said, they hit this fish bite. If something really hits it, you'll know it. Because she'll bend over. All right, I think I might have to take it for what it's worth. Use this croaker for my cut bait. Or whiting rather. All right, so we're gonna cut this whiting up. We already did. I'm using the back end of it. The only thing about whiting, only thing about cut bait, period, is a lot of times you get like reds, and that's fine, but like I said, I'm not really a red target fisherman because you can just catch them by putting things on like this. So that's not really targeting the fish. I like targeting certain fish like the pompano, trout, mangrove snapper, flounder, things like that, because those are challenges to me. When it comes to reds, black drum, it's not really a target fish. You can always catch those fish. They're always accessible. But when nothing's really out here happening either, you just got to go with what's going on. Unless you're just going to be out here loving nature. I'm trying to catch some fish, really, so I have to take what comes with it. Something just turned up out there, too. Nice size, whatever it was. Man, I know one thing, when it is high tide, it'd be good to fish this spot right here. There's a hole right in here I'm walking across. And I know when that water's up, all I gotta do is cast right in here. There's a hole. Right in there. I'm right walking against the edge of it. Alright, so let's see what's gonna hit. Like I say, I really don't even use whiting for cut bait. I know people that like to use it, but if I get some good action going, something really come and hit it, then I guess it'd be worthwhile anyway. I just hope it don't be a stingray. So that's what would happen. It'd be something like a stingray to come up and grab it. So anyway, we stand by and wait. Whiting out there, man. Let me get some of this mullet right quick. All right, just hit a nice thing of mullet. So I'm gonna go ahead and free line these guys on my smaller rod. I'm gonna have to walk out to that first gut, get through that, and then get on the other side of it and just free line the mullet and see what happens. I see I got a bite hitting on that line right there now. Okay, I'm gonna go out here and change up a little bit and go free line some mullet. Hopefully I can run into them. There we go, he's back alive. Like I said, I gotta walk past this gut, cast out into the second part of it. Because right here, there's still a deep hole right here. Matter of fact, I walked up on something swimming through it, had a nice size to him, whatever it was, and I spooked and he took off. So I know one time I did and a big snook was going through here. So ain't no telling, man, even when you're walking right here, you don't know if you're walking past big fish. But right here, yes, you can see me stepping up. If you notice I'm going up higher, that's because now the water's shallow. So that's like the barrier between both of them. Like there's still a gut right there, but the fish know what they're doing. They probably move out and be safe out here. So I have to walk and meet them. I'm just gonna free line that, see if anything wants it. All right, so free lining not working. So I'm gonna take a egg. Don't want it to be too big, but I gotta put a little weight to it for what I want to do, because I want it to stay out there because it's in the middle of the day and either fish, nothing's really happening. So I'm not gonna play it like it is. So I'm just gonna put a nice size egg on, let that weigh it down, and then I'm gonna Carolina rig a mullet on the end. Put a long enough tail on the end of it so that I can get some action out of it. Let's see what we got here. Some swivels in here somewhere. Okay. All right, so I got these barrel swivels that I'm going to use for my Carolina rig setup. Size egg I'm using is like a 4, maybe a 3. I'm putting this on because the water is not really moving. I got something hitting that one right there. It's not even guaranteed that I'm gonna have success today anyway, because I left the jetties and they caught a few reds over there, but there was nothing really running hard. So it wasn't a lot of action going on. And some days, man, when this water is so pretty like this and it just looks too good, it almost feels like the fish out there enjoying a nice day just like you are. And they're not interested in biting. So put about probably a 30 for the length. And I'm gonna rig it. I'm still gonna rig it so with my croaker hooks, and I'm gonna use those just in case a big trout come and grab it. Because like I said, I'm not really interested in reds, but these hooks can grab anything. So, but I know I need it definitely for the trout. The trout, you can catch them on all kind of hooks, man. I use tsunamis, and those are just J hooks they put on there, and they're small. I just don't know if it'll grab a big one. I never caught a big one on those yet. All right, so we got that set up. Get rid of this. And I can't tell if the water's coming up. It looks like it's coming up. It's kind of crazy. When I checked the tide chart this morning, it made it seem like the tide was going out. But now, who knows? Who knows? All right. If that is the case, that's good, because then that means I don't have to cast out as far. Get some action. Because all you want to do is hit these guts. Hit right in these guts. You don't even have to, sometimes, man, you don't even have to walk off into the water. Like you see me walk off, but now I really don't have to. I can just walk past the, I don't even have to walk past anything except walk out there. Again, not walk out there. Let me make sure I get it right. I don't have to walk out there. I can cast right there where my reel holder's at. And all I want to do is get over the top of that first sandbar you're looking at. If you can look and see those waves coming in right there, that's the first sandbar. And right behind that is a gut. So all I want to do is get it right in there. And if there's a big trout, red, anything going through it, that water is still deep enough that they can get in that gut from out in the other part of the water. So if that makes sense. If anybody don't understand guts, it's kind of one of them deals where you just have to know it. So get all that out right quick. So we got some mullet that I was able to catch. These are nice size, man. They're not too big. They're not finger mullets, but they're not small either. I mean, they're not big either, so these can still work. If something wants it, they'll come and get it. Reds, big trout will swallow these down. You can catch trout. Man, trout will hit some big, believe it or not, trout would hit some big fish. They have I don't know, it's something about their mouth, man, the way it opens up, they can gulp down a lot of big fish. You take a menhaden and throw it out, and last year is when I got, somebody showed me that. As far as casting out a menhaden, and threw it out there in the middle of the jetty, pulled in a nice sized trout. He wasn't even that big either, but that menhaden was big enough. And I've did it too. I've done it too. I haven't hit a trout on it yet, but I've hit the reds on them. So, all right, we're gonna put this out here with Carolina rig setup. And like I said, this is the first gut right here. And then you see that little shadow area, so I'm gonna throw over the top of that and just go right into that second gut right there. If anything wants it, come get it. And the reason why I'm not throwing it out that far, because I don't want this egg weight to roll on me. And then I wind up drifting down in the surf, going that way. So don't want that. Make sure that drag is right. And if something comes, grab it. Like I said, man, them hooks are good enough, they can grab anything. And like I said before, sometimes you don't have to walk out far. If you got some waves coming over like this, and you got a gut, you can just aim for that gut and go for it. Only reason I'm going past this first gut is because the water's out some. If it was up higher than this, I'd be right here in this gut fishing. Because this is deep right here. I done walked down in it, and it's at my right below my thigh. So imagine if the water was really up, I could fish right in here, which is what I usually do anyway. Whenever I come fish at high tide, I just barely throw out. I don't even fish far. Especially when the water cools off. When it gets a little cooler, oh yeah, Pompano, black drum, they'll be right here in this first gut. And you can bring a small rod. I got my, I think that's 8 footer y'all see me using. I put that right in here, and I hear black drum, reds in here. Pompano, I do cast out a little bit further, but sometimes I get them right in here too, if I'm using dead shrimp. Oh yeah, fish on, baby. Fish on. I told you. Fish on, baby. What we got here? Oh, red, yeah. Nice red. Come on, baby. In close. There we go. Come on, Reddy. Come on, Red. Like I said, I'm not targeting them, but when you gotta do what you gotta do, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'll take it. Definitely a red. Definitely a red. Now, hopefully that other one goes off. Yep. Nice red, baby. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Thing gonna probably be about a 26. Nice size fella. Right at 26. Nice red, baby. That should be fish on. That should be number 2. Sure you don't break my line. Another nice one about to come in, baby. Another nice red. Number 2. Probably another 26, baby. Oh shoot, that's slot size right there. It's not even a 26. Oh, I got my other line. I got my other line too. Hope nothing comes and grab it. Actually got the line. All right, so line is off. And this one is probably gonna be about a good. Let's see what you're gonna be. You get about a 28.3. If I can get them up. $22. Perfect slot size. Number 2. Remember I told you I had a hit on this one, so I don't know. Let's see what we got. I don't know how that line got tangled, but it did. Oh, come on. Oh, my mother came all the way in. Like they still down right there in that second gut where I'm casting at. That second one I just hit, perfect slot size. So hopefully there's some more in there. After I hook up my mullet, I'm a tail man. I like hooking mine up through the tail and I give myself a long enough tail so I get them to get some play. I don't like hooking them by the head because they die too fast like that. But if you hook them in the tail, right behind that fin right there, they can swim. And if it's out there for a while and nothing hits it, you'll come back in and that mullet will still be alive. That other one I poured in, when I threw it back out, that mullet was still alive and fresh. Now you see I'm getting these down here at the surf. And like I said, this is what I love about the surf, man. You can go anywhere on it and run into fish. And you can run in all different type of species. This is what I like that's so different about the jetties. Even though I love the jetties because I get my mangrove, I get my flounder over there. I've never caught flounder in the surf. I've seen Florida videos of it, but I've never done it. So I don't even know if flounder even come this far down. But I know I do get them at the jetties, and I do get them in the flats. So that is where I target them at. I would love for that to be part of the game too. I wish I could get a flounder to hit one of these lines, especially when you got high tide and you just throw right in here the edge of these guts. And then see if there may be some flounder in there. I don't know. But like I said, I never hit fish like that. Mangrove neither. So mangrove, those are all the fish that I target when I'm fishing inland. But when if I'm not targeting that, then I just come to the surf, man, because I can hit everything else, like the trout, like the reds, Spanish. Never hit kings down here before, but I have hit Spanish. I hit some nice blues. Shark, of course. Ladyfish, they do get on too. But the thing about it, man, is just so much freedom and open when you're fishing down at the surf. And like I said, if nothing's happening here, I can go to my right or I can go to my left and try to track them down. And I always try to look for where I see birds at. If I see birds, a lot of times I'll stop right there and go for it. And when I got out here, there was some birds out here and I did stop because I saw them. So I said, let me just stop right here and start fishing in this area. And the water looked good. And I just said, if I do get a chance to get some mullet, I just need to hit that second gut and go for it there. But my target was trout. I was actually targeting trout, but like I said, I'll take the reds. I will take them, but it's not my target fish. So I was trying to target some trout. And that's probably usually in the morning anyway. You gotta come out early in the morning to try to get them. So at least That is the way I always get them, either early in the morning or I get them later in the evening at the jetties. As far as the surf, man, I rarely catch trout at the surf. I hit them by luck. I've only hit them one time when I brought my, when I came with my spoons, and I hit them with that. So, like I said, it worked, but today, if I would have done it, it would have had to be early in the morning with my spooks and try to get them that way. But anyway, having fun anyway, man. At least I am getting into something, because I went to the jetties this morning and it was just no action. There was no mullet really moving around except big ones. And then the finger size moved in, but they moved in on the jetty side. And of course, that's where the wind was blowing in your face. So I really couldn't cast my net on them without taking the chance of getting hung up, or at least the net getting knocked down by the wind. So didn't want to chance that. So I just said I'd come over to the surf, look for them, and then if I see them here, if they come in close enough, I'll get some and try them, and then set up a Carolina rig, which is what you saw me do. And that is what I'm into right now. So I'm into anything that'll hit. Fish on, baby, let's go. I think you let it go. Oh, he's there. Just gotta wait for him. He's on it. I just gotta wait for him to take it. Oh shit, there go the other one. About to take off. Yeah, it's a school. They in schools. They definitely in schools. Something hit it, but he didn't keep on stay on it. I don't know what it could have been. Might have been skipjacks. Ladyfish, could have been them. Okay, he's back, he's back, he's back. There you go. Well, he was there anyway. That mullet's still on there, so that's good. I think it might be ladyfish. This one we know hook. It's a good one. Oh, that was a red. Well, I thought you was a trout at first. I was about to get happy. Another red, baby. Another red, another red, another red. Big red. Now what time is my office hours? There we go. Nice size slot again. That's number 3. So now anything else I do is for recreation. See if I can set up and hopefully get a trout. Nice size thread, number 3. All right, little buddy. All right, little buddy. I got you. All right. Man, these some nice size slots to be in the surf. Nice size slots. Look at that. Another 23. Right at 23. Take it. All right. Good deal. So that's 3. Now, the rest is just for recreational, having fun. Well, I got these last bit of mullet left. Just see if I can pull in some. These are going to be catch and release. Catch and release, unless I get trout. So if anybody asks how long my leader is, I put it like this. That's 28 right there. So that's got to be about a good 42. 42 inches of leader I got on the end that I'm using. And this is just 30-pound monofilament. This is just enough that I like to make a long enough tail. Whenever you want to do like it's almost saying you want to free line the mullet, but you can't do it because you're in the surf, right? So you make like a 40, something like that, inch leader, just out of some mono, something they can't see. A nice size 5, I believe that's what I'm using for my egg. And I'm using a 12-foot rod, so that is why I'm going with a 5. If that's a 5, it might be a 4. And I'm just throwing it into that second gut. Because the first gut, like I said, still got some water in it. But all that right there, that's all sand. So I got to go past that and get it into the second gut. And then just let it hang in there, because that is where the fish are at. At least that's where the reds keep coming from. So. I'm just throwing it in there. Those are nice little guts, man. Oh, he's on already. On already. Oh, he was. He let it go. Something had it, then he let it go. Oh, he back. I gotta get this other line tight at least, because if I don't, oh no, he's back. Is he back? Is that you? Something about rod holder. Make sure I got that drag loose just in case, because them reds don't play, baby. When I seen that fish coming up over there out the water, and I said, I think it's finna take off. Red's coming through again. Another nice little slot. You can only keep 3 though, so put them back in the water. You're like a baby anyway. I think you might have been too small, buddy. I Yeah, just barely made it if he did. That's a good one though. Pretty fish, man. But like I say, I don't mind catching them. I love catching them when I catch them. But like I said, you can catch red so easy. You just gotta have some mullet or whatever you're gonna use, croaker, and pretty much you can hit these fish. Nice one. Go ahead, get ready to get them back out in the water. Probably right at 20. Having fun today. Nice weather. Fall is here. Pompano, you up next. Go. Got action already. It hasn't even been a minute. Some hitting it already. Now the one thing about me having this leader, oh, there we go. Oh, that might be a ladyfish. Yeah, it is, ladyfish. I said the one thing about me having this leader on this long, sometimes you gotta give him time to actually take it and go with it. Even the ladyfish in action right now. Quiet as kept. This is another good source of bait to use for the reds. If nobody's familiar with these, they make like a patty or something out of them. Got a buddy of mine, so they come out like 3 o'clock in the morning, and they know they running because you pretty much ladyfish when they be out at night a lot. So even though we catch them during the day, you go out there at night and you fish in some areas, man, these guys be all over the place at night. They just like the hardheads. You can cut these and use them for bait. Reds love these. I want to say trout hit them too. I know I've always hit red on mine. I haven't lucked up with trout. But I think trout do hit them. But I'm going to let you go, buddy. That was instant. So hopefully they haven't moved in. If they did, I won't be here too much longer. Well, then again, who knows? Who knows? As long as this water's like this, I'm still trying to hope a trout come out of here. I get a big trout out of this. Some of those hits are scary. Reds, they just crush it. Trout, man, I'm hoping that's not what that is. Well, if it is, I wanted to get hooked, but I'm hoping that's not what it is, because whenever I get these type of hits like this, if they don't just pull straight down on it, then it can be that. Whatever it was, he let it go. Man, it is just so crazy how different this temperature can be in 2 days. Just the other day, burning up. Now it's one of those days that I love when I go fishing, man. I know it's gonna be hot, but it's not gonna be scorching. You know what I mean? So this is got a nice breeze. I'm able to sit behind my truck. The sun is over that way, so my back end is up and protecting me from it. So I just got a nice breeze blowing through, and plus the fish are active, so I'm having fun, enjoying this nice day out at the beach. So I love it down here at P.I.N.S too, man. Padre Island National Seashore is one of the best places to come fish when you're down here in Corpus. I love coming down here, especially on days when I know the water's like this and it's just a lot of action. You just have to wait it out. I'm just being hopeful that the Pompano start rolling in and start hitting. I heard they've been catching them, but I don't think it's been down this way. I think it's up, going back up toward the north end of the beach. But usually I can come down here and get into them. And of course I was using my fish bites, trying to hit them, and the only thing I was hitting was a bunch of hard heads and whiting. So dull day when that's happening. I'm just glad I was able to find some mullet and at least get into something. So these reds are a lot of fun, active. I got 3, so they will be going home. Like I said, I got fish in the freezer already, but you know, red drum, when you do get them, like I said, not bad. I just like to eat them fresh. I don't like leaving them in the freezer too long. So I'm a fish eater, so they'll be taken care of. That's what this is. Something out there hitting it, but I don't know what they are. They just strike it, and they won't take it. Oh, trout. I knew it. I told you. There we go. Finally got it, baby. I knew the way it kept hitting. I said, there's got to be. What is this that's hitting my line? They keep getting off like that. Yeah. There we go, baby. Trout is in the building. I knew it. Like I kept saying, they're not hitting like reds, whatever it is. They are not hitting it hard. They just pull. And then they let it go. Trout, baby. That's one. That's what I probably missed on that other one, what I missed beforehand. All right. Target, baby. Target and trout. That's what my target was today. All right. Nice one, nice one, nice one. Woo! Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. Nice size speck. That is 21. All right. Nice speck. All right, it seems like the action is starting to wind down a little bit. I'm looking at that second gut, and it's almost starting to look like the first gut. Now the first gut then even got more shallower since I was here. I was able to step down in the first gut, and the water was hitting me almost right above my thigh, and I was stepping up onto the sandbar that's out there, and then I was throwing into the second gut and catching my fish in there. Now the water looked like it's moving out a little bit further, so you know, fish are smart, so they're not going to hang in that second gut knowing that this water is going down, so they may be moving out or, you know, not coming in and feeding like they were earlier. So give it a few more ticks. I still got a mullet on each one. I got a mullet head on the right one. I got a whole mullet on the left one, and I'm just giving it a few ticks to see if a trout may come up and grab it. But that one on the left been sitting out there for a while. I pulled it in thinking that it probably was no bait on it, maybe something ate it off. Pulled it in, the mullet was still there, he was still alive, so I said I'd throw him back out again. But this water is getting shallow, so that could be a slow up as far as able to get into him. I got some stuff to take care of today, man. I mean tomorrow, but woo, the way this action was today, who knows? We got this weather, man. If this weather holds and keeps doing what it's doing, well, I don't have to worry about that heat index. Shoot, I might be back out here tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, what I'm doing is for myself anyway, so I can take it or leave it. If I don't do anything, it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't bother me. So, but I might just come back out here tomorrow, man. I love fishing so much. I've been doing it since a kid, and it's just something that I never took out of my blood. It's just always been there. So I don't do a lot of that exotic, I guess you call fishing, when you're going out for marlin and all that kind of stuff. But man, give me a beach, give me a river, anything like that, or even give me a lake. If it's some fish in it, I'll fish it. But give me a river, give me the ocean, and man, I'm in love, I'm in heaven. So to me, this is it. I love doing it. It's so peaceful, especially when you know what you're doing, and even if you don't know, just to come out and enjoy the day of what it is. Just listen to the sound, hearing the wind and all that kind of stuff, and the ocean itself, man, being in person. I know a lot of people make these CDs and all that kind of stuff with that therapy of an ocean, but take yourself, if you got a chance to really go out there and experience it yourself, man, go out there, have fun, sit in your chair and relax. And if it's not hot, or even if you like heat, I don't know, but if it's not hot like today, man, I'm just enjoying this. So having fun. Got 3 reds, 1 nice sized trout, and a keeper shark. I tried to get the shark back in the water, and I guess I had him out too long, man. He wasn't doing anything. He was just sitting there, and I kept working him back and forth, and I don't know what happened, but yeah, he's not doing anything. So I had to keep him. So anyway, just enjoying it, man. If nothing else happened with this video, then all I want to do is just say, man, everybody enjoy your lane, enjoy your day, and have fun with it. This is Al, and I'm out. Peace.